Hi guys, so welcome to my channel. I'm so glad that you guys are here. I'm so glad that I'm back. I know I took a little bit of hiatus with the holidays. I didn't do Real Housewives episode 3. I'm sorry. I just had the craziest week. So I don't work in retail, but I do work in like the customer service area, and Thanksgiving week was insane. I thought that I had enough time to do the review for episode 3, and I did not. So just to give you guys a little bit of a background what happened. So this past week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I had long hours at work. I was coming home roughly around a little after 6. I would come home, I would eat, and then I had maybe about an hour or so to myself, and then I had to get up and I had to clean the kitchen. I had to do my lunch for the next day, and by then I was so tired. I had to shower and then go to sleep. Like I almost, like, it literally just went into a daze. So Wednesday night, I was dead. I was literally dead. Like, I don't even remember if I took a shower or not. Like, to be honest, like, I was so tired. I just like went to bed, and I was like, I don't know if I'll wake up tomorrow, basically. It was that bad. And so I woke up Thursday. I felt a little bit better. I still had to do some cooking, which Thanksgiving was really good, guys. And I hope you guys had an amazing Thanksgiving. I know I did. I ate a ton. It's so funny because like so I'm really sensitive to sugar. I avoid anything sugary. I don't eat sugar. However, Thanksgiving, almost all the way to like Christmas, it's all sugar. So like all year, I'm like, no, guys, I'm sugar free. Like, and then from Thanksgiving to the end of the year, it's like sugar on double. So I had made this like berry cobbler on Thursday morning, and I made a birthday cake. It's just from a box, and I pretty much ate both of those things by myself. Like, I love desserts. Like, I'm a dessert girl through and through. I'd eat desserts all the time. So I ate pretty much all those, and yes, they had a bunch of sugar, and I ate them. It was so good. It was so good. But anyways, and then Friday, I had to go to work. I did have something in the evening. I had an event in the evening, so I didn't have much time. And then Saturday, I had to work as well. It was kind of a longish day, but I was so tired still. And finally, Sunday, today, I feel so much better. I mean, anyone that works in retail or anything like customer service type of thing, y'all know holidays are insane. They're just insane. And so I do apologize, because I know I said I was going to do a video, but I just did not have time. I was so tired. But anyways, and then when I think about it, like, last episode didn't really have a whole lot really to talk about. Mostly like 2 things really that I'll just go over really quickly, and then that will head it right into our review for tonight's episode, which was, it was fire. Like, I was like, oh my gosh. Anyways, but I don't want to get too much into it. The first 2 things from episode 3. So, 1, Wendy's baptism for her son, or not baptism, sorry, communion. So it was a communion. Okay, Ashley's dress, okay, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of liked it. So, but it really wasn't much of a communion dress. So I was just like, holy smokes. And then Candace's like picture of her holding 2 napkins, like, no. I was like, Ashley, I love your dress, but yeah, we could have worn something else. But it didn't feel like it bothered Wendy that much, really. So I was like, as long as the host or the person, it doesn't bother them, like, I guess it's okay. But still, I was just like, come on, Ashley, come on. But basically, in that one, Ashley's like trying to tell Wendy, hey, by the way, I may have overstated some things about what I told you that Aneka told you. And which I thought her name was Nika. I've been saying it wrong the whole time, so I'm sorry. It's Neka. I now want to keep saying Neka or Nika or Neka. We'll just go with Neka. But that Neka, she might have embellished a little bit, and then Wendy was like, oh, really? Like, okay. And then the whole time, Ashley's face was like, or Candace's face was like, really? Like we all know you would do this, you know? So her face was just like hilarious the whole time. And Candace knew it, you know, the writing was on the wall that she knew that, you know, they would be this embellishment of what Ashley, you know, had said and all this and that. So, you know, Candace knew what's what with her. So, I don't know. Wendy was just like a little shocked about it. And then the end of the show in that part, so it starts showing where NECA and Robin are out, you know, having some drinks or whatever, and they're saying NECA pretty much tells her what's really going on, which, by the way, guys, like, I had to watch that like 4 times. I was like, wait, what? Like, what is going on? Like, someone's parents so-and-so and someone's cousin and this and thing. Like, I even recorded on my phone because I was like, wait, what's happening? So, apparently, allegedly, Wendy's mom called NECA telling her to stop using Wendy's name because apparently it was following her, and she didn't like that they were using her name, and then they were going to put her name on a shrine, and you check the DMB, you'll see what happened to all these people after I prayed or put them in a shrine and whatever, and all these bad things happened to them. And I was just like, wow, that's, man, I don't know. It's kind of hard for me to say whether it's true or not, but I mean, I don't know. It's crazy. And then Robin was like, what if she's doing voodoo on me? And I'm like, no one's doing voodoo on you, Robin. Juan is the one that's doing voodoo on you. Nobody else. The man that, you know, that you lay down and sleep with each night, he's your voodoo. So I was like, come on, Robin. No one's doing voodoo on you. But it was just funny. And I was like, oh my gosh. Like, you can tell Nika, I keep saying her name wrong, Nika, that she really wanted to get this out. And I was like, man, she was just like dying to, you know, to come with this information, because right off the bat, you know, she had this information for Wendy and was kind of going at her. And I was like, I don't know. I personally, to be quite honest with you guys, I thought it was a bad strategy for her to come right off the bat with this information. I don't know if producers told her to come with this information. I don't know if it was really her, but I felt, and even on today's episode, I feel like if we're gonna start off with like coming at one of the girls in the show, like, better to start off with start putting on your fan base first. You know, say you're a fan base first. Then maybe go at one of the girls, maybe about some drama and stuff. But starting off the bat, you know, coming in with this, like, and not just like light shade. Like, this is pretty, like, this is big. Because it's not just involving Wendy. It's involving Wendy's sister, even her husband and her mom. Like, girl, I don't know if that is the best strategy to come in with without not having a strong base or strong supporters or strong followers. Because right off the bat, she's coming in as not very likable to the masses, really. And I've seen the stuff on Twitter, and not everyone's really liking NECA for, and I don't know. I don't know if that was the best strategy to come in with, but that's what she used. So we'll take it as they go. Hopefully, as the episodes go on, she's become more likable, more fun, more cool. So right now, it's, you know, it's coming in just a little strong for me, but we'll see. Hopefully things are clear up. We'll see. But anyway, so this episode, let's talk about it. Let's get right into it. So we have Robin and Giselle. So they're having drinks and food. Cute waiter. That waiter is cute. It's like some of these waiters on the show, I'm like, dang, where are these waiters? Like, because when I go, it's mostly girls. And I mean, it's fine girls, but you know, you see a cute waiter, you're like, oh, hi. Which reminds me, one time I actually went out to eat with my friends, and they had you know, it was pretty cute, good looking guy waiter. And I was a lot younger by then, but we were just flirting with him pretty much, me and my friends, and they had me, like, I was one of the most single girls there. They had me leave my phone number for him in a napkin. It was funny. He never called me, but it was still funny. But anyway, so they're putting as like Giselle as this like cougar, and you know, comparing ages of her boyfriend now with this waiter, and they're like 10 years apart almost, and it's like, no, he's too young. But I thought that was kind of funny. But apparently, so they're talking about this pickleball game that's going on, and Juan is going, which is like shocking because I've never really seen Juan in any of the you know, for unions or anything. He's gone. Like, I don't know. He's just not very that present. But apparently he's going. And then Giselle brings up this thing that they were at Atlanta at some podcast event. And Juan was there, which is good. Yeah. So apparently he came at Giselle for all the stuff that's going on, all the things that are being said. And he apparently came at her pretty strong, kind of angry, almost kind of like yelling at her. And Giselle was like, yeah, he came at me. And Robin's like, oh, you know, he can't hear very well because all the screaming he did. And I'm like, Robin, come on, girl. Like, I feel like Robin will find any excuse to protect, defend Juan. And I'm just like, really, girl? Like, I mean, Juan could like do the worst thing, and Robin would be like, yeah, it's because of his childhood. Yeah, he something happened, and that's why he did that. I'm like, really? So I mean, I thought that was just so low. I was just like, really, whatever. So I mean, I don't know. I for a while I thought Juan was like good looking guy, and he was, you know, straight up when I first came in like the seasons. Now I'm like, yeah, I'm not too sure about that. But apparently, no matter what Juan does, she will find a way to defend him. That's the way that goes. But anyway, so they're talking, and then Giselle or Robin brings up what Nika had told her about this whole wedding thing. Robin's like, I have to tell you something. I wasn't supposed to tell it to anyone. And Giselle's like, oh, tell me. You know, and I won't lie. When I hear something like that, I'm like, oh, give me more. Like, tell me more. Tell me what's happening. So she tells her about Wendy, her mom, and Nika, and this whole thing that Wendy's mom is doing like a shrine and all these things. And then it's just like, I don't know. It's not like pretty much everyone knows what's going on with Wendy's mom. And I'm sure that's not going to be like, I don't know. It's all going to come crashing down, and we'll see that later on in this episode. So next we go up to Candace. So Candace's mom is there, and they're at the kitchen. And I have to say this, Candace's mom looks really, really good. I mean, and they did like a little flashback of her and Candace kind of butting heads throughout the seasons. And this is the most relaxed, the most glow I've seen on her at all. Like, she was like relaxed. She looked like she was glowing. Like, I was like, does she have a new man? Like, is she dating anyone? Like, she looks like she got like a whole makeover of, you know, not just like on the outside, but she just looked so relaxed. She looked good. I was like, I don't know what Candace's mom is doing, but lady looks good. So I was like, that looks good. I mean, at least I'm glad for her. But they're walking out, and Candace's mom was like, the floor is so uneven. I'm like, it feels like that's such a mom thing to say at your daughter's house. But they're talking, and Candace is telling her about all these things about her tour, and she's excited for it. Apparently, Candace's mom is like, you know, has like a newfound respect for her because now she's got this whole like musician thing going on, and even though she is putting a lot of her money into it, and I'm pretty sure it's a couple $100,000, that she's she's doing something, and Candace is saying that she feels like she has more, like her mom has more respect for her, which is, out of all the stuff they've been going through, that's a good thing. So, so they're talking, and she's telling that her and Chris had a huge blowout, that they had money, they were talking about money and how much money had gone into her tour. And I honestly, guys, I almost felt like Candace was going to ask her for money. I was like, Mom, do you mind lending me a couple $100,000? I felt almost I was like, any minute now, she's going to tell her, can you lend me some money? It almost felt like that. It literally almost felt like that. But she didn't ask her for money, but she was telling her, about some of the issues that they were having about money. And then she asked, is Chris working? She's like, no, Mom, he's not. But of course, she's being sarcastic. But I guess he's doing his virtual and cooking and all this and that. And apparently they're having some issues that now Candace had told Chris, I don't ever see you. But then now Chris never really sees Candace, and how there's that double standard of her. But, I don't know. That is just I feel like she kind of forced him to quit his job. Now he's at home, and then she's out about doing her own thing on the road. So I mean, there is that kind of double standard in a way, and her picking up the music and the career and everything, I honestly felt like it just kind of came out of nowhere in a way. I'm like, really? I don't know. I like Candace, I'm not gonna lie, she's she does have her issues and whatever, but at the same time, it just felt like it was just came out of nowhere. I'm like, okay, I guess, but I'm sure, I'm hoping it comes out good for her, and in the end, she makes up for what she's put in and makes more than that. But then her mom asks her, just kind of out of nowhere, how are you and Robin? And she's just like, yeah, Robin, we're just whatever, we're not really there. And apparently last reunion, she called her a fraud, and, how Robin just kind of stood by as Giselle did all these things and said all these things about Chris and about him coming on to her. But at the same time, what was Robin supposed to do? Giselle is Robin's, she's more friends with Giselle than she is with Candace in a way. So, I mean, but I could see where both sides of it, but at the same time, it's I don't know what she was expecting Robin to do, to be quite honest. I'm like, if you know how Ashley is, you know how Robin is with Giselle. But anyways, on to the next part. So we're at the pickleball. So this pickleball game was the most chaotic non-pickleball game I've ever seen. It was pretty funny, but we'll get into it. So we're at the pickleball. We have Karen and Ray. So it's Karen's idea. Karen's hosting it. So they come in both dressed in green because of the pickle. They're the pickle. So okay. So Karen is there, and then Giselle comes up, and I'll be honest, I do kind of like Karen and Giselle's relationship. They kind of throw shade at each other, but it's not as in bad shade. It's almost really funny shade, because Karen was saying oh, I really like this new side of you, and then Giselle's like, what? And she's like, what? And Karen's in her confession was I wonder if this is new man, because her previous one, he lived on the phone. This one, I never seen him, so I don't know where he lives. But I do hope that she kind of brings him to with the girls. I know that he lives kind of farther away. I think he lives in New York or something, and so she lives, in Washington, D.C. or Potomac or whatever. So it's I don't know. I think it'd be fun if she brings him onto the show, and the ladies can see what he's like. But maybe we'll see the next season, hopefully, if they're still together. So basically, and then Mia and Gordon show up. And guys, I don't know if it's just me, but I feel between Mia and Gordon, the tension between them, you can really see as they're walking into the pickleball. It's just kind of awkward. I'm I can already tell there's something going on here. Like, you can see the writing on the wall with them on that one. So they go in, and then Candace comes in, and Candace is just like, Mia's there, Giselle's there, and Candace comes in, and Giselle and Candace, they don't speak. So Giselle just looks like she's just kind of standing around. I was like, Candace says hi to everyone. I think that's just so weird. I don't know. I mean, I understand you not speaking with someone and this is a show, but like, I don't know. I would feel a certain type of way if I go to I don't know if I would go to an activity where there's a girl that's been saying all these things about me, and, and some of it has been me, and then be there and be completely ignored like that. Like, I don't know. I'd just be like, yeah, I'm just not going. But I know this is just a show, so they go. But so they're there, and then I believe by then everyone's kind of there. Wendy's there with her friend, which her friend didn't even get to play pickleball from what I saw. I'm like, you made me come to this pickleball. I didn't get to play. Like, what was that about? But anyways, Robin shows up, and this outfit, I don't know. So I'm not really one to be like, you shouldn't wear that, or because I say I like to wear revealing things, I would say out of all like the fashions, I feel like mine is more like Ashley's. Like, I like my short dresses. But I thought this outfit was, I don't know, it was like a pickleball. Like, out of all the things you want to wear this to a pickleball game where, like everyone's husband is at, and not only that, we got 2 retired men and all these things, and I'm just like, really? Like, okay. And then Karen's confessional, she's like, he looks like Batman, on Cheer, or she's like, not even Juan wants that. I was like, gosh. I was like, what in the world? I would want to wear that. Like, I'm not going to lie. It is cute. But I would want to wear that. I don't know. The thing is for me, the bottom of it just looks like underwear in a way. Like, I don't know. It just doesn't look, for me, I would want to wear that. But like, where the bottom is like a skirt, or like even shorts, just so it looks like more even. And that one is just like, I don't know. And I seen it on a couple of the girls that wear it on. I saw one of the girls that was in the Real Housewives of Orange County. She only was there for like one season. I forget her name, but she's married. She was married to this Sweet James lawyer. I can't remember her name, but she wore one of those to the Watch What Happens Live, and I just like it. I see what we're trying to go for, but like at the same time, it feels like it's not complete. Like, it feels like you forgot to wear something else with it. So for me, it just doesn't work for me. I'm like, I don't know, but I don't know. If I would want to wear that again, I would want it like more like a mini skirt with it, kind of, in a way, or like mini shorts. That would look, I think, more sexier. But anyways, I was just like, when I saw Robin, I was like, Robin, girl, okay, I see how it is. But anyway, so they start playing. Everyone's like, it was kind of funny because the husbands were like kind of like on the side, and Karen put like 4 people to a team to play against. And I don't know if it was Ray, but you could hear Ray saying like, I don't know what this is. They just made it up. I was like, I thought that was funny, but I was like hoping they would like kind of like split up the teams a little bit more, so we could see a little bit more of them playing instead of like 4 people. That's for like 1 ball. That's like a lot. But anyways, it worked. And I never saw Wendy's friend playing. I was like, girl was like on the side, and she was like, what? I don't get to play. But anyway, so they stopped playing, and I think the men go somewhere else to play, but they go and sit down, and this is where the chaos starts. So, and I also, Kierna, I think that's her name, Kierna's Wendy's friend shows up, or I think it's Candace's friend. She shows up. She's really cool. I actually kind of want to see a little bit more of her, I kind of like her. She looks to me like she looks like she's she looks like she's a cool girl, but at the same time, she would like pop you. Like, yes, I like that. I like that sassiness. But anyway, so they're sitting down and they just start going off. Like, Ashley starts telling, pretty much in a group, like Wendy, I told you, and I cleared that up with Nika or NECA, and basically from there it goes south fast. Like, NECA literally comes for Wendy, and Wendy's like, dude, I don't even know you. And then NECA's like, I just said that. And then just like, you're just repeating the words I say. And then they start like calling each other words and FUs and B words. And like, I was like, oh my gosh. And everybody's face is like, like Giselle's like in the background, like, I'm glad it's not me. Like, and then like everyone's just like quiet. And then Candace in the middle is like, what's going on, because like everyone is just like, they're both going at it so fast. Like, it escalated so quick. Like, it almost felt like Nika was just like wanting to just like right away just get on with it. And I think Kierna said it, and it doesn't show up, but you can hear it on the background where she says it almost felt like she was ready to get that off her chest. And as I said, I feel like she should have started like a fan base first, like to come off more like likable than to right away be like, I'm having beef with the girl. And it's like, holy smokes. And Candace tells her, like, you can't be against someone because of what their mom did. And it's like, that is kind of true. I do agree with that with Candace. But they start going at it, and then Wendy just like literally like, out of nowhere, she's like, you know who I'm gonna go actually work it out with Mia. And Mia's like what? And I was just like, Mia's like, okay. And then she's like, I need some wine first. So they go and talk, and then Wendy's just like, this girl, like, what is she doing? I don't even know her. And Mia was just like, okay. And then, she's like, well, you threw a drink at me. And then Mia's like, yeah, but we already talked about that. And then it's like, okay. I mean, yes, but I mean, that, there's no way, I would never get over that, something like that. So I thought that was just kind of like out of the blue that she just called me out of nowhere and was like, I want to work it out with you. And it's like, okay, I guess. Yes. I mean, it's good, because at least you can talk with someone besides like the friends you already talked to. But same time, like, Mia was just kind of like out of nowhere, just like, I guess. But I mean, it is what it is. So as they're talking, Juan pushes, I guess, leans against like the fence and makes all the food, like some of the food come out. And it's quite a bit of food that came off of the tables, and the floor starts getting on fire, and then everyone's trying to put it out, and then Karen's on Juan. She's like, you did this, like, you have something against me. And then Juan's like, no. And, pretty much chaos just keeps continuing from there. And apparently, Wendy's husband followed NECA's husband, which I honestly, like, I thought that was just like very petty. Like, I'm like, you know what, who cares? Like, apparently Eddie did not remember. He's like, I don't even know you. And then the guy is like, yeah, you unfollowed me. But it almost felt like it was brought up, and he's like, oh yeah, dude, you unfollowed me. Why did you do that? It's almost like it felt like that a little bit, because and then he was trying to control the situation, and he was telling Nika to like back off, like, let me handle this. And then Wendy comes over, and she's just like, Nika tells her, you need to back off of my man. And I was like, okay. All right, girl. So Wendy's like, what's going on? All this and that. All this is fighting because of Facebook. And I was like, well, I mean, someone brought it up, so I don't even know. And then apparently what it looked like to me, Nika's husband seemed more bothered about it than, Eddie. Eddie was just like, I don't know what's going on. And then, NECA was saying, Eddie looks like he just wants to get out of there, like, free Eddie and all this and that. And I was like, okay, all right, girl, whatever. And, right at the end, I don't think there was ever a solution for that. It just kind of shows them not talking. And, you know, Nick's husband is with Juan, and he's just like, I don't know what that was about, but, you know, they almost look like they didn't even know what's going on. Like, dude, this is the show. And then Juan's like, welcome to the circus. I'm like, yeah, Juan, you would know. So, and then at the end, it shows Nika telling him to stop talking about it and all this and that. You know, for Nika to say, you know, the free Eddie and stuff, I'm like, girl, your husband looks like he's pretty much controlled by you as well. Like, even on the next episode, you can see where she's telling him to, like, stop talking and just all this and that. And even when we first saw them, where she was just kind of like a little bit of a more bossy type of attitude. And I don't know. I'm just like, if you're talking about Winnie's husband, you know, you should look at yours first, girl, because it looks like yours is like, you know, the same. So I don't know. It was a lot, guys. Like, this chaos, this pickleball is pickleball chaos, because it was a lot. And next episode does not look like it's gonna end. Apparently Ashley and Candace get into it. Robin's crying and she's on the side of the street, and it just looks like a lot. So we're, you know, I don't think that any of this is really slowing down. So I don't know. We'll have to stay tuned, and you know I'll be here to review the show for you. But anyways, this was my review. I fairly enjoyed the episode. I thought it was, you know, drama, shade, but, you know, there were some good funny parts on there, so I thought it was pretty good. But all right, guys, well, this is my show, my review for today. I hope you guys enjoy it. I will be doing an episode. Oh my gosh, I keep saying episode. Sorry, I will be doing a review on some of the new makeup that I bought. I did buy a couple over the Black Friday, so I do definitely want to check in with you guys and show that to you and what my review is on that. So I love you guys again, and be on the lookout for that review soon. And I hope you guys have an amazing week. And thank you so much for visiting me today. And I hope you guys have an amazing night. I love you all. Bye.